Good morning, students. I glad to welcome all in this today's section. In this class, we have to learn 10th Standard English, Unit-3 poem I Am Every Woman. I Am Every Woman, written by Raki Narayani Streak. This poem is about the wonderful qualities of women. Today's women are empowered, brave, and strong and resolute. Throughout the poem, these are all the things we have to discuss. So watch the video until the end. This is your memory poem. So watch clearly.
Is completely dedicated for women. Today I am going to deal with the poem I Am Every Woman from Unit 3. But before we begin the poem, let us first discuss the role of a woman in today's world. How is woman valued in today's time? Yes, true. The role of a woman is phenomenal and she has become inevitable in everybody's life. Nobody can deny that. We all agree on it. But when we think about the old time, what was the condition? Was it the same? Were they given equal opportunities? The answer to these questions would be a big no. It was not the same. It wasn't a smooth sail for women of those times. There were a lot of discriminations, inequalities, and injustice towards women. Let us discuss a few injustices that were posed against women. Female infanticide. The killing of newborn female children. It was a major cause of concern in several nations. Then comes Devadasi System. You all would have read it in your social science. Okay, let us discuss what is this. In this practice, a woman is considered as a servant to the goddess. They are married to a temple before they even hit puberty. That is, at the age of 10 or 12. And they remain loyal to the goddess that they worship for the lifetime. The Sadhi System. It was a historical practice. In this practice, a widow sacrifices herself by sitting atop her deceased husband's funeral pyre. What is so disheartening here is, it wasn't the same. If a female passes away, the man didn't do the same thing. He married happily. And comes child marriage. It was in fact threatening the lives, well-being, and future of girls around the world. It refers to formal marriage between a child under the age of 18 and an adult or another child. Then dowry system, the giving of property or money to a groom on behalf of the bride's family. So there were a lot of discriminations like these. These merciless practices were causing a great hindrance to a woman towards realizing what she was really capable of. And there were so many women, in fact men, who fought against these discriminations. At this point, it is imperative for us to remember a few of them in order to pay a tribute to their hard work. The first image that you see, she is Savitribai Phule. She was an Indian social reformer, educationalist, and a poet from Maharashtra. She is regarded as the first female teacher of India. And the next picture is Moovalur Ramamirdam. She was a Tamil social reformer, an author. She worked for the abolition of the Devadasi system that we just discussed about. Then comes Dr. Muthulakshmi Reddy. I hope we have already read about her. Even I read about her when I was in class 8. So, she was an Indian medical practitioner. She was a women's activist and social reformer. She was the first female student to be admitted into a men's college, and she was the first woman house surgeon. Then Rajaram Mohan Rai. He was known for his efforts to abolish the practices of sati and child marriage. Then comes Periyar E.V. Ramasamy. He started the self-respect movement. He is notable for his voice against gender inequality. The last picture is Kalpana Chawla. She was the first woman of Indian origin to go to space. These people have fought against the chauvinistic, oppressive and discriminative practices. The list here is very small. There are still a lot more people whose hard work were left unnoticed and unrecognized. However, the purpose is met. Women have realized their true worth and they started gaining their place. They have become indispensable. The change has now taken place. Let us once again think about how women were treated in those times. Initially, it was women are inferior to men and a weaker gender. Then it was like women are no inferior to men. And then we started realizing that women are on par with men. And now we are actually heading towards women are well ahead of men. Women is everywhere. We can see women in every field. There are no field of work that is untouched by a woman. For example, arts and culture, entertainment, architecture, engineering, business, administration, journalism, social service, education, science and technology, farming, fishing, forestry, government, health and medicine, law and whatnot. Woman is everywhere. Her true value is understood in this time. Yes, now we have come across many poems on women empowerment, on her strength and on her power. Here we have yet another vibrant poem that talks about the versatility of a woman. Let me first give a complete reading to the poem. You all will listen to me carefully and try to understand the overall theme of the poem from the first reading. Shall I begin? Yes. I Am Every Woman, written by Rakhi Narayani Shirke. A woman is beauty innate, a symbol of power and strength. She puts her life at stake. She is real. She is not fake. The summer of life she is ready to see in spring. She says, "Spring will come again, my dear. Let me care for the ones who are near." She is the woman. She has no fear. Strong is she in her faith and beliefs. Persistence is the key to everything, says she. Despite the sighs and groans and moans, she is strong in her faith, firm in her belief. She is a lioness. Don't mess with her. She will not spare you if you are a prankster. Don't ever try to sow her pride, her self-respect. She knows how to thaw you, saw you, so beware. She is today's woman. Today's woman, dear. Love her, respect her, keep her near. Did you all understand? Were you able to get the theme of the poem, children? Okay, even if you were not able to, now we are going to anyway see the explanation stanza-wise. The first stanza and the first line reads as, "A woman is beauty innate." So here we will have to read between the lines. Here the poet does not talk about the external beauty of a woman. Then what is she talking about? Then what makes the woman beautiful? Correct, children. The qualities. The qualities make the woman very beautiful. That inner beauty is what making her really beautiful. The external beauty is only skin deep. Now, let me ask you a question. Who is the first woman that we all get acquainted with? Correct. I hope you all would unanimously say mother. Now, let us discuss about the qualities that we learn from our mother. What are the qualities that we imbibe from our mother? Yes, sacrifice, unconditional love, patience, hardworking, persistence, being very considerate, and we learn how to be disciplined. We learn how to manage our time. We learn to appreciate. We learn equality. These are the qualities that we imbibe from our mother. Especially, woman is noted for her self-sacrificing nature. Now, with all these qualities, a woman becomes very beautiful. That is what the first line suggests. A woman is beauty innate, a symbol of power and strength. Again, here the poet does not talk about the physical strength, the qualities that she possesses, the unwilling nature, unyielding nature of a woman that makes her strong and powerful. Here, I would like to recall what Gandhiji has told about the same. He says, strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Indomitable will, a very strong word. What does it mean? It means the determination, that unyielding nature, never say die spirit. These qualities make her more powerful and very strong. So that is what is suggested in line 2. Now let's move on to the third line. It reads as, she puts her life at stake. What does it mean, children? Yes, risking. She is ready to take any kind of risk in order to achieve her goal. She is not intimidated by the challenges that she faces. She is ready to take risk. And the last line is, she is real. She is not fake. She is very real and she does not know to pretend. She is very genuine in her every attempt. Let us once again recap the explanation of stanza 1. She is very beautiful and she is very strong and powerful. The qualities make her beautiful and powerful and strong. And she is ready to face any challenges. She is ready to take risks and she is very genuine. So this is what we have seen in stanza 1. Now let us move on to the second stanza. The summer of life she is ready to see in spring. She says, spring will come again, my dear. Let me care for the ones who are near. She is the woman. She has no fear. And the first line reads as, the summer of life she is ready to see in spring. Now, summer, it's a time of fury, a time that scorches us. It's when a woman is working to look after the well-being of her dear ones. She is ready to see this summer of life in her spring. What does spring mean here? Spring means here her happy time. In spring, she is supposed to be enjoying. She is supposed to be budding. And this is the time full of vibrancy. But woman who has that self-sacrificing nature is ready to see the summer during her spring. She is ready to sacrifice that in order to look after the family or whoever, the dear ones. And she knows that spring will come again, my dear. That is what the second line reads. She says, spring will come again, my dear, which means that good times will always be back. She is not worried about having missed that because life is full of ups and downs. If you face a bad time, definitely you will face good time as well. That will return too. So she is very much sure of it. The third line, let me care for the ones who are near. So this does not stop her from caring her dear ones. She continues to care. She is the woman. She has no fear. Here, the stanza takes a very instructive tone. A woman who has these qualities is called a true woman, because we all know that woman has that self-sacrificing nature. This complete stanza is talking about her sacrificing nature and also her optimistic approach towards life, because she is not saddened, she is not worried about having missed. So these qualities make her the woman. That woman has no fear. Do you understand, children? Shall we move on to the third stanza? Strong is she in her faith and beliefs. She is very strong. We've already seen in the stanza 1 itself. She has that unyielding nature, very determined nature. So she is strong in her faith, in her belief, very unchanging. And persistence is the key to everything. She continues to struggle. She continues to try until she reaches the place that she wants to. She does not stop. She does not give up. She is never a quitter. So, what is the key here? Persistence. That quality will answer everything. That quality will keep you going. So, that she has. Says she, despite the sighs and groans and moans, she is strong in her faith, firm in her belief. What does the word sigh mean here? In fact, everything, sighs, groans and moans, what do they mean here? It means the challenges, the hardships that we face in life. Be it a man or a woman, everybody faces challenges, right? But it is not going to stop her. She still continues to be strong and be very firm in her belief. So, nothing is stopping her. This entire stanza, we are talking about her persistence, the quality of being very fixed. She is not stopping. Nothing, in fact, is stopping her from achieving what she wants. The second last stanza. Let me read it. She is a lioness, don't mess with her. She will not spare you if you are a prankster. Don't ever try to sow her pride, her self-respect. She knows how to thaw you, saw you. So beware. Here, the poet is taking a serious tone. She is comparing the woman to a lioness. Don't mess with her. She says one should not mess with her. Lioness. What is the first quality that comes to your mind when you think about a lion or a lioness? Ferocious, right? Now, what does the word mean, ferocious? Ferocious means very powerful, but at the same time destructive. So, a woman will become destructive if you are going to mess with her. She will not spare you if you are a prankster. What does the word mean here? Prankster. Causing her any trouble. Teasing her. So, here we should not take it on a lighter note. For a simple joke, she is not going to become very destructive. Then, what is the poem intended to talk about here? Yes, the physical harassment, sexual abuse, that is what we will have to think about here. Don't ever try to sow her pride, her self-respect. She knows how to thaw you, saw you, so beware. If you are going to cause her any harm to her self-esteem, she will not allow you. She knows how to put an end to it. Here at this point, I would like to narrate an incident that has taken place in recent time, which has become viral in social media as well. You all would have heard that. Let me narrate it once again, and I want you to take a lesson from this incident. There was a woman who was taking a dog for a walk, and she was physically harassed by someone. She did not think that as a shame, and she did not keep it to herself. She didn't think her as a victim. She wanted to put an end to it because she was very much sure that this shouldn't happen to another woman tomorrow. So she wanted to bring it to the notice of police and also people through social media. She in fact tried to get the CCTV footage of the same and caught the man and got him punished. So here, what should we understand from this incident? A woman, if she is physically harassed, she should stand up and will have to speak up for herself. She should not keep it to herself. If we keep silent, then the offender and the abuser may think that we are okay with it. So only if we react will he understand, and there will be an end to these kind of activities. We have already fought against so many discriminations, and it is time for us to continue to have the same spirit and to fight against these kind of harassments and sexual abuses. So that is what the poet is trying to say in this stanza. So we will have to understand her true value. The last two lines, she is today's woman. Today's woman, dear, love her, respect her, keep her near. So today's women are very much empowered. They have understood their value. So we will have to love them, will have to respect them, and will have to keep them near in order to grow. Here I would like to talk about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He says empowerment of women leads to development of a good family, good society, and ultimately a good nation. So this is enough to reaffirm the fact that the role of a woman in the nation's growth is very much important. So that is what here is said. Keep her near in order to grow prosperously. So have you all understood the poem, children? Shall we quickly summarize the poem? Yes. So, woman is very beautiful, very powerful, very strong. What makes her beautiful, powerful and strong? The qualities. And she is ready to take any risk. She is very genuine. She has that self-sacrificing nature. She does not complain. She has that never say die spirit. She is very strong, very persistent, and she is like a lioness. One should not mess with her. And if you do so, she knows how to put an end to it. And she is today's woman, an empowered woman. We will have to love her, we'll have to respect her, and we'll have to keep her near in order to grow. Good children. Did you all understand the poem? Okay. Now, let us discuss the poetic devices that are employed in this poem. First, rhyming words. If two or more words sound similar, they are called rhyming words. Now, children, try to find out what are the words that sound similar. Just look at the last words of the line. Innate, strength, stake, fake. So, what are the words that sound similar? Innate and strength does not sound similar. Stake, fake. Yes, it sounds similar. So, they are rhyming words. Let's look at the second stanza. Look at the last words, children. Spring, dear, near, fear. Now, what are the words that sound similar here? Dear, near, fear. So, they are rhyming words. Third stanza. Believes everything, mourns belief. So, none of the words rhyme here. They do not sound similar. Second last. Her, prankster. Self-respect, beware. So, here, her, prankster sound similar. So, they are rhyming words. And last two lines, dear, near. Do they sound similar? Yes. So, they are rhyming words again. Okay. Now, let us look at the rhyme scheme. If you know to find out the rhyming word, rhyme scheme becomes easier. The words that sound similar, you are going to give the same letter. If they have a different sound, we will have to give a different letter of alphabet. Okay, let's look at the first stanza. Innate. So, we'll have to start with ye. And strength. Does it sound similar to innate? No. So, we will have to give B there. A and B. We have used the second letter because they were not sounding similar. And look at the third one. Stake. So, this is not similar to the word strength. So, again we are using a different letter C. And fake. Stake, fake. They sound similar. So, we will have to use the same letter C. In that case, what is the rhyme scheme? A, B, C, C. Now, let us look at the alliteration. What is alliteration? The occurrence of the same sound or letter in close proximity. So, look at the poem. Is there a word that is repeated, especially at the beginning? Look at this line. She is strong in her faith, firm in her belief. Is there any letter repeated? Yes, F, that is repeated. So, faith and firm is alliterated here. Okay. Then comes metaphor. What does it mean? Metaphor. Referring one thing as another. It has hidden similarity between two ideas. Here, did we compare anyone to anything else? Look at the second last stanza. The poet has compared the woman to a lioness. So, it has hidden similarity here. She is a lioness, calling one thing as another. So, this becomes metaphor here. Did you understand the literary devices, children? What were the poetic devices that we have seen now? Rhyming words, rhyme scheme, alliteration, and metaphor. Now, try finding out the same in other poems. It will be really fun. Let us now check your understanding of the poem. We do have questions here. Let me see how many of you could answer it correctly. Let me read the line. The summer of life she is ready to see in spring. She says, spring will come again, my dear. Let me care for the ones who are near. And the first question is, what does the word summer mean here? So we have already discussed. Summer means here the challenges, the hardships that posed by life to all. Second question, how does she take life? What does she say? She says, spring will come again. So what does it mean? She is very optimistic in her approach. She is very positive. She does not complain. The last question, what does she mean by spring will come again? So here, nothing is unchanging. Life is full of ups and downs. If you face bad time, definitely you will again get to face the good time. So that is what is meant here. Okay, children, there are other questions as well in the textbook and other exercises. Please try answering them and try to realize how much you have understood.
Students, I hope you are all understanding the poem very well. I already told you this is a memory poem. So memorize the poem, write neatly in your English homework note, send it in the WhatsApp group. Thank you, students.